me holding up this microphone and speaking on this thing.
Oh God, DJ returns to his abilities.
DJ Azure.
Dude, how long has that happened?
Rock solid right arm for reasons we will not go into.
Wow. I think he just wants to let something.
All right, so this is the result of about 2 months of both looking at tournaments, looking at gameplay, getting bug submissions from people, and talking to top players. If you were not consulted for this, you are not a top player. No, I'm kidding. All right, so I'm not gonna go through all of it. I'm gonna go through the basics that people will care about. There are a lot of other bug fixes that will be listed in the notes when it goes up on the beta. This is changes, which means nothing is in here is final. Everything in here is experimental. But I couldn't not do most of this. Also, thank you very much, Mr. Render, for your giant help on all of this. All right, so let's see who I'm going to start with. I'm going to do teams of 2 because damage is important. I'm going to start with Double and Fukua and pick random whatever's. All right. So I guess I can go through a couple of other changes that are not specific to these characters. But the thing where you ground tech, I will let you do everything yourself. The thing where you ground tech forward and you get the wrong input when you cross the other person up is fixed. You will not get backwards moves for 1 frame and then forwards moves for another frame. I'm actually just gonna go through these characters because the rest of the stuff is examples from other characters, or is easier from other characters. All right, so block. The block stun for the first part of jumping hard kick has been reduced slightly, so that this is no longer a block string. Yeah, you can't jab out of it. You can jump and chicken block, and then you get out of it from there.
Can I play this character?
For all airborne moves, wow, you don't have anyone with armor. Oh well, whatever. For all airborne moves that are the equivalent of this or this, you can now armor cancel versus them, which you didn't used to be able to. So if this hits you while you're in the middle of armor, you can do a super. You can also push block in the middle of all of them, which you didn't used to be able to. Thank you, by the way, Azure. This is really helpful. Oh yeah, the block stun of Fridge block has been increased by exactly 1 frame for reasons which will become clear slightly later. Stop blocking. All right, I'm gonna give this a try and screw it up real bad. Here we go. Man, I wish I were like better at this, but I'm not. There we go. Nah. Anyway, for those of you who play Double, you understand already that this is not doing the damage that it used to. If you do this perfectly, you will get about the damage of every other level 5, which is slightly over 8k, as opposed to 16. Also, this is now counter hit, which it didn't used to be, so hit me. Yeah, that was a bug. Also, there are buffers on all of the inputs for all of these things so that it's easier to like hit with rings. Oh, your arm's tired? Oh, okay. Also, the invincibility time has been standardized. It's no longer 60 frames if you don't press anything. It's always 20. All right, that's pretty much it for this. You can hit me again. That's fine. All right, the monster, which is not named monster, but I forget what we actually named it. Beast of Gehenna, that's right. The summon, the recovery time on the actual summon has been increased by 5 frames. Because there was a 3 where there should have been a 7 in 2 places. So I didn't increase it by what I had originally intended for it to be. The activation of monster, try hitting like crouching medium kick. Try mashing it after the super flash. I think that's the right speed. Yeah, the activation of monster will still go away if double gets hit before it actually touches you. The puddle time for being out is 1 second shorter, so it's exactly 1 little red thing shorter than it used to be. And when you are not the point character, it counts down 1.5 times as fast. So you don't get the full 9 seconds of that. You do still get 5. The actual damage from the thing is now 1500 instead of 1750. But that's actually the least important thing. Alright, so the important bug fixes for double, those are all balance changes that are on purpose because she's been on basically every top tier tournament winning team of ever.
Right?
Yeah. So, call an assist and jump. That no longer hits assists because that was a hella bug. Yeah, that was copied pasted from Painwheel's viewer, which hits assists. So that was a hella bug.
That's funny.
And then nobody told me about it because people assumed it was intentional. Thank you. No, it's all right. All right, Fukua. The main thing that happened to Fukua is this. So as long as you hold the button down, you can hold the shadow. They won't turn around.
Oh, that's what? So it's Isaac now?
That's cool. That's really
It's like Isaac. Like you get to move when you wanted to.
Also, the colors of the shadows have been improved, so they're a lot more visible than they used to be. They're lighter instead of darker. But so this, for those of you who are at home, where's the input display? So this is if you hold the button down, it stays there as long as you hold the button down. If you wait 10 seconds, it'll go away. The other important parts of this are that, whoops, not 1 pixel. What the, why did I do that? Alright, sorry about that. It drains a tiny little bit of life because it takes her effort to hold this thing. But it's, you get like 60 of them before it'll bring you down to 0 health. It can't kill you. And the other major change is that you can punch them. Which includes while they're doing things. Yeah. All of the other properties of them are unchanged. Oh yeah, also they go away if Fukua gets hit, obviously, or if she blocks. Well, that was you hitting the thing, but yeah.
What if you use it as an assist?
What? You cannot hold it as an assist. I could give you a held version as an assist, but I didn't do that. Also, for the people at home already heard this, but the clones actually make a sound while they're out because they were one of the few things in the game that didn't. So like fireballs make a sound and clones make a sound for when you have headphones on, I guess. All right, let's see what else. Oh, the damage of clones went from 750 to 500 because now you get to hold them. And any clone that you hit with, all right, so this does, well, I'll do it with this. This does 1,000. Any clone that you hit with at any point scales your damage to 50%. So they are much more useful at neutral because you can do stuff like, wow, I'm the best. Right, and then continue, except for I'm not good enough to continue, I guess. Yeah, so along with all of this, she has basically been damage nerfed on every normal. So she no longer does 9k for 2 bars, she does like 7.5. And she no longer does 8k for 1 bar, she does like almost 7. So she kept all of her neutral, and she got clones, but she is losing damage. Best friends, best friends automatically scales to minimum anytime you hit with it, even after a DHC, because it is the most useful DHC in the entire game. And, oh yeah, block, just stand block. Yeah, so this at minimum height used to be plus 20, now it's plus 9. Because at plus 20 it was a block string into itself again, and now it's not. And there were, so you can no longer accidentally crouch. So you can no longer accidentally cross up with jump hard kick. It will not hit as a cross up, it will only hit from in front. Because that was basically never intended for people to do. And as a bug fix for both Fukua and Philia, the hitboxes on snapback have been extended down to the floor, so it won't miss during floor bounce. That happened for both of them.
Back to action.
This paint.
Pinwheels doesn't whiff. I mean, Pinwheels would have been extended up, but that's not what it looks like. Like theirs was the hitbox was literally like at their waist.
Yeah.
So if you were in floor bounce, like in the actual floor bounce frames, it just wouldn't hit.
Yeah.
So, whoops.
That's what he would always do. Yeah, that's
Yeah, so that works now, which it didn't used to. Also, I guess since Fortune is already here, call Fortune. Call. That's fine. You won't be able to for a bit. During Fortune being double snapped, her head is now invincible because it messed up several double snaps for characters. So now that doesn't happen. You notice her head's not getting hit. I had fixed that for when she was the point, but not when she was the assist. All right.
Hold on, Pierogi is here.
The clones do retain their high-low properties when you hold them. So we'll see whether that's too dumb, but for now that's what happens. All right, moving on to the next two characters.
Robot.
I'm actually gonna pick
Robot.
this and big band.
Slovak Orchestra. Back on the beat. Robot.
All right, sorry. This is by far going to be the longest section, so I'm going to skip a bunch of stuff, and I'll try to go as fast as I can. Robo Fortune. L Danger is now knees invincible instead of waist invincible. And you don't really have anyone with a long normal, that kind of stuff. Oh, do jumping medium kick. Really?
alright.
That was your stick. Yeah, do jumping medium kick. Okay, do it again. Do it on the way up. Yeah. So it now vacuums you in from wherever you are that you get hit by the thing. Do it again. Right? So it like works in all of those instances where it didn't used to work. Standing hard punch is faster. If startup went from 19 to 16. And the hit stun for the middle parts was increased by 5 frames because there was a dead frame when you DHC'd into the super. Into cannon, sorry. Also, as long as I have hitboxes on, the hitboxes on the ears for crouching light punch.
Hold on.
Sorry, the vulnerable boxes have been removed for the active frame, so it's a better anti-air than it used to be.
I'm out. Like a
Also, L
badass.
Danger knocks them full screen now instead of leaving them right next to you so that you can start zoning again. However, also, in addition to all of this, Robo Fortune has also received an overall damage nerf because she had, what was it, over 8 off crouching light kick and like 11.5 for 2 bars, which is kind of nuts. All right, so crouching medium kick now pulls them in on hit so that crouching fierce won't whiff from any range. Because that's supposed to work and wasn't. Oh yeah, standing hard kick is not actually any different,
We just had good part.
but the animation was retimed so that it looks different from idle way sooner. It used to look different from idle on like frame 12, and now it's on frame 4, so you should be able to react to it way easier. Like I said, she's had an overall damage nerf. Oh yeah, so the important stuff. Magnet causes untechable knockdown, which you barely have enough time to do something off of. Also, Magnet is now strike invincible before the Super Flash, which you can see in the frame data bar at the top. So it gives you a DHC out. So if they're doing something to you, you can do Magnet and then DHC, and you will have enough time to do it. However, it's not throw invincible, so now it's not a anti-throw anything. All right, important stuff. Beams. Now hit full screen on the first frame they go active, so if Peacock has bombs out, they don't protect her from the beam anymore. The damage has been increased to 700. The chip damage has been increased to 400 from 150, I think. The recovery of all beams is 5 frames faster than it used to be. That includes hard beam. But your advantage is exactly the same, which means the hit stun has been decreased by 5 frames. The stuff nobody is interested in. Beam hit sparks now correctly display infinite prevention sparks if you were doing something that wasn't infinite, as opposed to not letting you know. Oh yeah, double jumping grants you another air beam. So we'll see whether that is too good, but for now that's what it is. Really important. Oh hey, you have Robo. This worked out. Okay, do H beam on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. H beam no longer breaks 3-hit armor moves. You can still super cancel it, but you will get hit. It also no longer breaks. Do it again. It also no longer breaks this, because that beam pretty much made this matchup the worst matchup in the entire game. So now it's not. But do a jumping one, like fall down with it. Yeah, do that again. But oh, well, I did it because I knew you were gonna do it. Do it again. Yeah. So you get. I added hit stop to the beam versus armor. Just fall down and do it. Yeah. So if the big man doesn't do it before you start the beam. Wow, render. Then if you're doing the air one, you can block. See? So, all right. Me back to Robo. Let's see here. Head stuff. Ram is better seeking. Do a super jump. Yeah, it seeks slightly better. It's still not perfect, but it's way better than it used to be. The chip damage is also slightly increased. Mines deploy way faster. All heads actually respond to your command way faster than they used to, like even this. But mines deploy way faster. Any mine that press like fierce punch on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. So all mines that make contact with anybody on the way down automatically explode instead of disappearing. So it's actually useful as an anti-air like it used to be. With all this, that works. However, you no longer have enough time to summon another head after a mine before and still be able to combo off of it. Oh yeah, so kitten missiles knocks the opponent downward instead of upward to make it slightly easier to like combo off of. Right, because pulling them up to the top of the screen kind of sucks. Also, the hit stun has been increased because getting a punish or having the missiles come down and interrupt the opponent's combo and have them still be able to combo you kind of sucks. So now they're slightly better as a combo breaker. They also shoot more missiles. I don't know if you noticed. So this one is, I think, 3 more than it used to be, and the taunted one is like 9 more. Oh yeah. Hidden missiles assist. If you have no heads, we'll call all 3 instead of you having to call it 3 times, but it won't fire it until the next time. Again, you still have to call 2 assists in order to get it, but it's slightly better than it used to be. What else we got? Oh yeah, L Danger we covered. Cannon builds less meter for the opponent on being hit. Alright, level 3. During level 3, all beams cause untechable knockdown instead of techable knockdown to let you get in. Yeah, you get meaty explosions. Block. Block. It's alright. The recovery from level 3, I should just like save in the middle of this, so I'm going to do that. Hold on. That way I can just show everything when we get there. Alright, so again, she has flames when she's about to blow up. Yeah, block. It no longer pushes you backward when you're blocking either on the ground or in the air. Jump and block. Right, so you can't get out of that anymore. Push block. Anywhere, doesn't matter. Yeah, so this intentionally has the bug that used to be on a bunch of moves, so you can't PBGC it. You can still alpha counter, and it will miss during the rest of the alpha counter period, but you can't PBGC and get a free punish with like any tag in or whatever. What else? Oh yeah, if you're about to blow up and you are no longer the point character, the timer is reset to half left no matter what happens. So no more snapping her in and getting a free kill. However, if you alpha counter, do anything, she automatically blows up right away. Because you spent 3 bars and then another bar to alpha counter, so why not? Additionally, if you are doing magnet, the timer speed is increased, so you always get to combo off of it no matter how much time you had left. Because again, that's 4 bars. Yeah, there was other stuff, but that was basically it. Oh, the bug where that would count as a separate IPS stage is fixed. If you double jump, it will never put you in stage 5 when it shouldn't have. You can now negative edge all the dangers, which you totally weren't able to do before, because oops. Magnet pauses the timer when you're using it, and all the beams are now in the same IPS category. Like I said, there's a bunch more stuff because she was late, but that's the basics for Robo. For Big Band, believe it or not, this one came from Sonic Fox. And after Taunted, I'll save here again because that's easier. After Taunted Timpani, the opponent is no longer flung really, really far away from you. So you can continue mid-screen. I have a taunt already. If you have a taunt, which I totally have, see? Look, there it is. If you hold the punch buttons down during the super flash, you can do the untaunted version. So now you can choose which one. And for Timpani, if you hold the kick button, any kick button down during the end of it, you can do the untaunted version even if you have one. What else? Oh yeah. Jumping medium kick is now limited to once per combo because nobody liked watching that and nobody liked doing it. I mean, I'm sure people like doing it, but come on now. I'm sorry. That was the most boring combo in the entire game. Level 5. Oh man, hit Standing Fierce on 3. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Level 5 now breaks armor and vacuums because it would miss in a lot of cases and it would be armor canceled in a lot of cases, so now you can't. Yep. It does not break hyper armor, but it does have armor, or it does have hyper armor, sorry, because it used to lose to like sweeps from behind and like Fukua's El Shadow and stuff, which didn't really make a whole lot of sense because 5 bars. Also, parrying and reflecting poison vials no longer poisons the character that did that. I was reminded because Big Band. Okay. Now I can go faster. And I can go through everybody in order. And you're going to have Philia and Sarabella and Valentine. Fortune is second, right? Oh man, I'm dumb. All right, crouch.
Now it's my turn.
This works, which didn't used to work. Yeah. This works, which didn't used to work. Yeah, the hitboxes for crouching characters have been fixed in a vast majority of cases. So now they're tall enough for like a bunch of stuff to work that should have worked on everybody but didn't. Squiggly was not actually changed. Squiggly's tag in is faster.
Oh, great.
And properly wall bounces in all cases. And level 5
Now it costs 3 bars.
only requires 1 meter. Oh, I'm not good at this. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. Not 1 meter. 1 Saria charge. And I am not good at this motion. Damn it. Oh well. Anyway, you get the idea. Yeah, so... Wow, I'm not good at this at all. Because my hands are cold. Anyway, yeah, you can do it with only one Saria charge. It's either Saria charge, so even if I have just kicks, I can still do it.
Watch yourself.
So now you can use it in things. What else? Eliza. Fully scaled level 3. So unscaled level 3 does about 400 less than it used to. Fully scaled level 3, which is about this, does about 600 less than it used to, which makes a bigger difference at full scaling than not. Right.
Out like American football.
I'm going much faster now. A bunch of bugs have been fixed on Philia. Sure, now I don't need damage anymore, so we can just do this in order. Pain wheel, double.
Painless Sentinel.
American cartoon.
Do I get a frying pan?
Airball now knocks them up slightly less at the end, so Gregor will always combo instead of whiffing half the time.
Like it does on Big Band all the time?
Yes, it is. I tested it specifically on Big Band, so that's all taken care of. Oh, also, ground hairball causes a different hit reaction than it used to, so that this works on everybody, as opposed to whiffing underneath several characters if you had already used your OTG. For Valentine, backdash into forward dash is now just press forward. However, the earliest possible cancel window has been slowed down by 6 frames, so it's exactly as fast as Philia's instant air dash light kick.
Was it faster before?
Yes, if you did it perfectly, it was 6 frames faster before.
I just did all the time.
Down.
Air throw. Oh, actually, just jump. It's easier.
You want to use Mind Rider? Fine.
All right. Air throw. If you are anywhere where they don't hit the ground on the first frame,
Just a minute.
doing scalpels will now hold them in place long enough that you always get an OTG list conversion.
Really?
Yep. There wasn't a whole lot else for Valentine actually, because that was enough. For Pain Wheel, there are a bunch of bug fixes. This works properly, which didn't used to. This thing doesn't cross up, or if it does cross up, yeah, I changed how they move at the end of the air super, so you just convert with down forward on everybody, and you don't get the weird thing where they pass over your head a whole bunch. And there was another one, but I can't. Oh, nope. Actually, that was it. Sorry. This is not all of the stuff I want to do, but this is all of the stuff that I have done so far. That was most of the major things for most of the characters. The rest of the stuff is bug fixes.
Egrets, get ready.
Parasol's an easy one. Sarabella, Parasol, doesn't matter. All right.
Let's dance, darling.
This thing, so like I said, hitboxes have been adjusted on a lot of different moves so that will work all the time, as opposed to whiffing on Parasol, who used to be shorter than everybody else when you OTG'd her. This also works, which didn't used to. It would whiff a lot, so now it doesn't whiff a lot. Yeah, that's basically it. There are bug fixes for other characters and general game bug fixes, but I don't want to take up too much time from the tournament, and I already did. So we're going to start the tournament, and I'm going to go make this build live so that when all of you get home, or all of you who are watching want to play the beta, this stuff will be all there. So please test it out. Thank you very much. Thank you, DJ Azure. Your dedication to